I got in the top 100 on the in-game ladder. Well, actually I ended 230 overall at the end of the season, but still got into the top 100. Here's how I got in the top 100 and ended in the top 250 in the in-game ladder of season 18 of the Scarlet virus VGC in-game ladder. Note that this video was recorded in May and a new rule set has been announced, but I still wanted to make this video. So let's go and enjoy the video. In the beginning of Regulation G, I was clueless what to run. I played some ladder tours with Pokemon I like, to get an idea what I wanted to win, but nothing really fit me. I tried Ursaluna again, since that was where I had my greatest success with, but in Regulation G, it fell off a bit. Somewhere in July, I brought Ursaluna again with Lunaga and some locals. But for now we are focusing on the top 100 on the ladder. Surely he is still top tier, and you will see why later in the regulation, but that was not the case for now. So I asked some of my friends that I was lost in the sauce and I needed some help. They eventually told me that Calyrex Ice Rider was the best fit for me. And with the first local of 12th of May, it was the perfect time to make a goal for this regulation. Prep for the local and place high. So Calyrex Ice it was. Usually when I get into team building, I play a lot of games to change the team to my liking. But this still takes a lot of games. As well as I gained more anxiety over playing games in this time, it was hard to make a new team without many games played. But I stood up and finally played some games while calling with some friends on Discord. I started with Calyrex, with these max HP and max attack and brave nature. I had close combat, glacial lens, trick room and protect. With as partners Porygon 2, Among Us, Incineroar, Ogapon and Golden Go. Well, as you can see, this was an early meta team, so this team didn't quite work out. But with some trial and error, I changed the team a bit with a new variant that I tried in an online ladder tour now, with Raging Bolt and Ogapon. But a teal mask. Of course, I realized later that this wasn't very good on the team, but it was fun to use for the time being. I also had Urshifu with coaching and Terraghost, which will be important later. So it was time for the first ladder tour on card. And I added Frudemain to the team instead of Golden Go. I played very well and got 6 overall, out of 16 participants. But this didn't do the cut for me. I knew I could do better than this. At the time being, I was in the top 1000 on the ladder with this team, and a huge improvement of my achievements, but me and my friends had a challenge of who could end the highest on the in-game ladder. And they were already top 100. Time to get myself in there too. I grinded so hard and got top 100 on the ladder, which was a huge achievement for me. But yet another time there was a team change, and I had impact on the local. It was a few days before the local. And with 100 games played on the in-game ladder, I got top 100. But with what team? Well, first we have Calyrex. This Pokemon adapted very good into my playstyle. I had Glacial Lens, High Horsepower, Trick Room and Protect. And I had Clear Amulet and Terra Water, because it was a good general defensive typing. My second Pokemon was Rillaboom. At the time Miraidon was everywhere, but I almost won every matchup against Miraidon with Rillaboom. With Fake Out, I can pressure the opponent to click Protect or swap out, and it had the ability Grassy Surge, which sets up grassy terrain instantly. I also gave it Grassy Glide and moved it all of its corps first in grassy terrain, and Wood Hammer, which is powerful grass move, and I gave it U-turn for pivoting. Honestly, the spreads are just random. Didn't feel like I need to calc for anything, just wanted a high attack Rillaboom. Next Pokemon is Clefairy. I had a discussion if I should take Clefairy over Among Us, but took Clefairy over Among Us. It had a great ability named Friend Guard to let the partner stay alive longer because it takes less damage. It had Helping Hand to let the partner do more damage. It also had Follow Me and Redirection move, and I gave it Moonblast? Yes, I gave it Moonblast. And there were people who said, why not Sing or After You? Well, I don't like Sing because it's very inaccurate, and I don't like After You because you're already in Trick Room mode. You don't outspeed Among Us in Trick Room if they're lowest speed possible, and you are already in Trick Room. You don't need it. I rather had an Attack King move to do some chip when I get taunted or to break Sash. I also gave it Protect, Terra Water and an EV Ride. Next was the good old Incineroar. Don't need to explain the set a lot. Only that this was the last time I used Terra Grass on Incin. I think Terra Ghost is much better, but I had Terra Grass for so long now, I might as well keep it for the local. I gave it 44 speed investment to outspeed all the Incineroars for the Fake Out. I gave it Flare Blitz. In later federations, I gave this team a Will-O-Wisp. But Flare Blitz is fine for now. I gave it Citrus Berry, because I already had Terra Grass for the Spores against Among Us. My next Pokemon was Raging Bolt. This Pokemon is a menace. I used the Calm Mind Leftover set. This allows me to erase my special attack and special defense by one stage. I can do so much damage just with this Pokemon, and the best thing, they cannot ignore it. I had Terra Fairy on it to be immune to dragon types. My last Pokemon was Urshifu Rapid Strike. I don't need to explain a lot about this Pokemon. It had the standard Scarf set, but it had coaching? Yes, this was very nice, but it came in clutch in some matchups. It allows me to raise my attack and defense on the Calyrex by one stage, and it became even more bulky and an unstoppable force. I gave it Terra Ghost, so it cannot be fake out. So this was the team. Let me show you the results of the local. I got top cut for the first time ever. This was huge because Dutch locals are pretty hard, to be honest, because there are a lot of good people and the country is very small. But went 3-2 and made top cut, and sadly the story ended in top 8. As Sander Tichelman was not only just a good friend, but also a very good opponent. The rental for the team and paste is now on screen, in the description below and on my Twitter. For the time being, with the new rule set announced, I don't know how much longer this is gonna go for, but if you wanna grab it, for now, it will be up in the next 2 weeks, so you can grab it, get it to stay, and then for the next regulation sheet you can use it. Now let me tell you that it was like 20th of May and fell off out of the top 100 ladder. I wanted to try something new, something fresh, and I began team building with Calyrex Shadow Rider. The bulky Nasty Pearl Draining Kiss Terra Fairy set was the set that was speaking to me, and I wanted to try it. With a lot of bulk and speed, I was finally done with the spread. And with done with the spread, I mean someone made a spread for me because I'm absolutely bad with spreads. I had Astral Rush, Draining Kiss, Nasty Pearl and Protect and a Citrus Berry to give me some recovery. To get extra recovery and fake out pressure, I had Wigglyboom. He didn't change, it was the same Pokemon I used before. Nothing changed. This time around, I had Amoonguss. It was the same Amoonguss from my Swampert video. You can check that out later. With Amoonguss, I can put Pokemon to sleep, and with Rage Powder I can redirect opponents. It also had Scrisper for a stab that hits hard on grass types who couldn't get spored. I also, just like the last video, screwed up the EVs. I guess because I'm lazy to reset my EVs on my Amoonguss in game, and it still plays fine, but I could have just saved 24 EVs just like the last video. Next Pokemon is good old Incineroar. And like I said, this is gonna be Terra Ghost with Wisp because I struggled with the Zamazenta in the matchup. With Terra Ghost, he cannot hit me with Body Press and allows me to burn him. For the rest I gave it safety goggles, so it cannot get spored or sleep powdered. Next is... I hate this Pokemon. But for the time being, in the end of May, this Pokemon became top tier. I'm talking about Pelipper. It has the ability Drizzle that can turn up rain instantly. This is good for team synergy. With Urshifu as the last Pokemon, it wins the weather versus Koraidon and Groudon. I gave it Wide Guard, Tailwind to outspeed everything, Weather Ball which is also a water move in 100 base power in rain, and Hurricane which cannot miss in rain. The last Pokemon was Urshifu Rapid Strike with Choice Scarf. It outspeed all the Carry Shadows with max speed, and in rain this Pokemon is extremely valuable. So this was the team and it got me top 100 as well. It was 28th of May and I stopped playing because I just was scared to go out of the top 1000 or something. So in the last 3 days I got in the top 250, which was good enough for me. I know it might not seem of a big of a deal, but for me it was the beginning of something new. The rental codes will now be on both on screen for you to test out, or to test out in a later recreation G in January. But note this video might take a while and it might be outdated, but I bet you still do well with the teams. If you like this kind of video, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. I'm absolutely pumped for the next season and I hope you all enjoy yourself. Peace out.